Water pollution. Made by Anubhav Chauhan. What is water? Water is the most important among the natural resources and is crucial for the survival of all living organisms. The environment, economic growth and development are all highly influenced by water. What is water pollution? When something is added to environment that makes it unclean or unsafe, it is called pollution. Water pollution occurs when the water becomes overloaded with too much of one thing and the aquatic organisms cannot keep up with their cleaning responsibilities. Some organisms may die and others grow too fast. There are many types and sources of water pollution, such as sewage pollution, that can pollute surface water or groundwater. Types of water pollution. There are several major types of water pollution. One of most destructive type is petroleum pollution. Petroleum products, such as oil and gasoline, enter the water from the ships and marine terminals, offshore oil rigs, runoff from parking lots, factories, oil dumping, and other sources. Many of the worst pollution disasters have been due to accidents involving oil rigs, pipelines, or oil tankers. Nutrients pollution. Some wastewater, fertilizers and sewage contain high levels of nutrients. If they end up in water bodies, they encourage algae and weed growth in the water. This will make the water undrinkable and even clog filters. Too much algae will also use up all the oxygen in the water, and other water organisms in the water will die out of the oxygen starvation. Surface water pollution. Surface water includes natural found on Earth's surface, like rivers, lakes, lagoons and oceans. Hazardous substances coming into contact with this surface water dissolving or mixing physically with the water can be called surface water pollution. Oxygen depleting. Water bodies have microorganisms. These include aerobic and anaerobic organisms. When too much biodegradable matter, things that easily decay, end up in water, it encourages more microorganisms growth and they use up more oxygen in the water. If oxygen is depleted, aerobic organisms die, and anaerobic organisms grow more to produce harmful toxins such as ammonia and sulfides. Groundwater pollution. When humans apply pesticides and chemicals to soils, they are washed deep into the ground by rainwater. This gets to underground water, causing pollution underground. This means when we dig wells and bore holes to get water from underground, it needs to be checked for the groundwater pollution. Microbiological. In many communities in the world, people drink untreated water straight from a river or stream. Sometimes there is natural pollution caused by microorganisms like viruses, bacteria and protozoa. This natural pollution can cause fishes and other water life to die. They can also cause serious illness to humans who drink from such waters. Suspended matter. Some pollutants, substances, particles and chemicals do not easily to dissolve in water. This kind of material is called particulate matter. Some suspended pollutants later settle under the water body. This can harm and even kill aquatic life that live at the end floor of water bodies. Chemical water pollution. Many industry and farmers work with chemicals that end up in water. This is common with point source pollution. These include chemicals that are used to control weeds, insects and pests. Metals and solvents from industries can pollute bodies. These are poisonous to many forms of aquatic life and may slow their development, make them infertile and kill them. Oil spillage. Oil spillage usually have only a localized effect on wildlife but can spread for miles. The oil can cause the death to many fish and get stuck to the feathers of seabirds, causing them to lose their ability to fly. Fertilizers and pesticides. The use of fertilizers and pesticides on cropland, garden and yards helps farm and homeowners but can also be damaging to aquatic and marine life when not properly applied or managed in rural and urban areas. Poorly managed animal waste from farm can also add excess nutrients to rivers and lakes. In addition, runoff from farmlands and urban areas carries large amounts of sediment into waterways, making the water cloudy or murky. Sediment is the #1 pollutant by volume of surface water in India. Effects of water pollution. The effects of water are different types. Water pollution are complex and, in many cases, not well understood. Different organisms may respond different to the same type of pollution. Some form of pollution are long-lasting while others are short-lived. Other factors such as temperature, rainfall and water flow may influence effects of pollution. One thing is certain, different types of pollution can affect the environment in many ways. Pollution effect to environment. You have seen news reports showing an oil-covered beach or scenes of polluted water near factories and urban areas. There may be other visible. Some types of pollution are easily seen and identified. Other types may go completely unnoticed until they cause major problems. Water in lake, creek or river may look clean, but it may contain a number of pollutants. Pollution effects to human. Most population are located near major waterways. These areas were first settled cause of their access to water, but there is continuing nationwide trend for people to move to area near coast or major rivers. This movement more stress on aquatic environment as more people use water resources for recreation, food, water sources, energy and transportation. Effect on water resource. Can interfere with swimming and fishing activities, make boating unsafe, affect wildlife and food resource, even contaminate water supplies. Lakes, river and coastal area are much more enjoyable and safe when they are pollution-free. Not only you to benefit from a pollution-free environment, but organisms that live there do as well. It is every person's responsibility to clean up after themselves. Throw away their trash and to pick up any other litter they see. What could be done? You can help. Never throw rubbish away anyhow. Always look for the correct waste bin. If there is none around, please take home and put it in your trash can. This includes places like the beach, waterside and water bodies. Use water wisely. Do not keep tap running when not in use. Also, you can reduce the amount of water you can use in washing and bathing. If we do all this, we can significantly prevent water shortages and the amount of dirty water that needs treatment. Careful disposal of chemicals and oil. Do not throw chemical, oil, paints and medicines down the sink drain or the toilet. In many cities, your local environment office can help with the disposal of medicines and chemicals. Recycling trash. Buy more environment-safe cleaning liquids for use at home and other public places. They are less dangerous to the environment. Chemical and pesticides. If you use chemical and pesticides for your garden and farms, mindful not to overuse pesticides and fertilizers. This will reduce runoff chemical into nearby water source. Water body. If you live close to water body, try to plant lots of trees and flower around your home, so that when it rains, chemical from your home does not easily drain into the water. Citizen groups or people. Educate public of pollution dangers. Identify source of pollution and notify authorities and public. Encourage consumer conservation and recycling. Volunteer to clean up polluted area. Participate in citizen volunteer water quality monitoring programs. Provide public information. Thank you.